The legacy of that shield is complicated.
Oh my God. Scuttlebutt.
That's what we're naming it?
I'm going to call it Scuds.
Scud.
I'm with it.
All right, cool.
You know who Scudbutt is?
I think I do. I think I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You seen what he does?
Who is it? What does he do?
Don't why you looking?
He makes animations.
What kind of?
I think I think I know what you're talking about now.
Scudbutt?
They're good.
Oh, of course you know.
Yeah.
He's called Scudbutt?
Yeah.
Yeah, look him up.
No.
Look at him right now.
No.
The fact that you two
I'll
know.
do it on your phone.
What is that supposed to mean if
you
we
want a
both
link?
know?
I'm just saying, you
You want a
guys.
link? I can give you his Twitter page.
It's good shit.
It's not a virus if it's on Twitter. On the app.
It's a virus in my eyes.
On the app. No, it's not. It'd be all right.
We're opening your eyes to new possibilities.
You've seen worse.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, pretty sure.
She's red. It's a succubus. She's red.
Okay.
He said, okay.
Wow.
Men were talking.
Yep.
Oh, is that what you call it?
True, man.
All right.
What was with that licking?
I don't know, but welcome to the Thirsty Nerds podcast.
Hi.
This is another Thirst Quencher review. We are talking about two shows that just wrapped, one more recently than the other. We are talking about
Scudbutt.
Go ahead, take it away. Tell
No,
us
I'm
all
just
about
kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Send our listeners to
Yeah, let them know what
the
you guys
depths
are
of
on.
hell.
Let them know what you're on.
Twitter.
Like, yeah. Look it up.
Nice, good answer. So we're gonna talk about Captain America in the Winter Soldier, and we are also gonna talk about season 1 of Invincible. I think we should start with the Falcon Winter Soldier because obviously it wrapped
Yes. Yeah.
earlier than this one.
And it won't be getting another season anytime soon anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it honestly, out of the two, like between this and Wanda, like I can see this becoming a thing. They could probably change the title to Captain America and Winter Soldier, but we can.
Because technically there wouldn't be another season of the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
Because I don't.
Black Falcon.
Until he loses, until he goes back to being a Falcon.
Don't do that. I know. I was gonna say like, okay, now he's back to the trenches.
So starting off, I think we're not gonna do like episode by episode. It's 6. There's a lot to cover. We're just gonna talk about in general from both reviews. We're just gonna talk about what we liked, what we didn't. Our favorite moments, and we're gonna start with what we liked. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Hideout.
Amazing acting, amazing directing. Everything about it was pretty good. Action sequences were fantastic. The pacing was pretty well done. The way that they introduced new characters in the world, especially when they started introducing like the underworld and the crime bosses and Madripoor.
Yeah,
and all that. It was very organic. They introduced a lot of stuff that's going to be changing the landscape of the MCU, and they did it in a very palatable way. So I really like that. A couple things were that I had against it were not major, but some of the script was a little wonky to me every once in a while, but it didn't take away from the actual show and what it was trying to accomplish, and I think I did it perfectly.
Cool. Chris?
Yeah. Falcon Winter Soldier is actually a surprisingly delight. Like I did not expect a lot from this. Like I was just hoping for just a friendly romp, like buddy, like kind of like a buddy cop story. They don't like each other, then eventually do like each other and everything. But that's what that was really like advertised when it was first coming out. And I love the fact that it wasn't really about that at all. Like it subverted my expectations for how far Marvel is willing to go when it comes to certain subject matters. And the fact that they addressed those matters, racial tensions and shit, in a very, such a very organic way, like as I've been saying, like how organic, because it is. This show, everything feels right. Nothing feels like out of place or people are over, the characters don't feel like they wouldn't do what they would do. Every character did what exactly they would have done, and it felt it's just so great. It's a title. It just shows you how good the writing team paid attention, because I know like Michael Spellman, the showrunner, he made sure to get a group of like black writers into a room to write these scripts for these episodes and everything, to make sure that it was done from that perspective, and it shows, and it's not over the top, it's not over your head like, oh, racism bad and everything, like a lot of these other like shows and stuff, when they try to go in those subject matters they can't do correctly, so it comes off like displaced, like Black Lightning, when they try to do they try to do shit like that. But
we shilling early, we shilling on the pod.
I mean, it's hard not to. But no, I really enjoy. Like that's like the best thing I liked about this, how they handled their subject matters and how organic the characters were and how they interacted with one another and everything, and how there wasn't a villain. There is no villain. Not in a physical sense. Everyone, I feel like, is just coming from different backgrounds. They're just trying their best. The real villain, honestly, was just like the government and how things were, kind of like in real life.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I like.
Man, what to add on from what these two gentlemen just said, because they nailed almost every point. I liked how, like you said, the government was the villain, and that was very apparent how they didn't wait. Steve Rogers was gone. Boom, we got to get another Captain America. We need something to sell to the people, to either make them feel safe, or to just have I guess make a profit off of it. I liked how they did this street level thing. I gained that appreciation from Jamal. It shows the kind of like the bedrock from which everything happens within the universe. It all starts here, and it may move up someplace else, but you could always kind of trace it back there. And I like how they did the criminal underground, the underbelly there, going to what's home place called again? Magnapore, going there, showing that. I like how they showed Isaiah Bradley.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, the action was nice. I like the fact that they showed a U.S. agent in his slow descent into what he is. I wanted a bit more of extreme from him to show just how loose he is up there in the back of his head. I wanted that, but he came up a bit more sympathetic, and I get what they were going for. It's not what I wanted, but I get what they were going for. Mm-hmm. If I want to say something I didn't like about it,
You get to that.
we'll get to that.
Yeah, I said you'll get to that.
Okay.
But you can summarize.
It's only one thing, really, and it's just how the Flag Smashers pose any type of competition to the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
That's my only.
I agree with that.
Okay. For me, yeah. Following a similar trend as everyone else. I liked the pacing of the show. They went to elaborate on what Chris was talking about. They went to some spaces, and with addressing racial tension in this universe, showing that it's still very prevalent. I like that they went there, and I like how much time they spent there. Mm-hmm. Like, they didn't have to. I really appreciate that, and to get as close as they did. I thought it was really good for addressing a theme, but also still remembering that there's a segment, and there's a lot of people who are also just watching because they do want to see like these heroes like do stuff. So I think they found a good mixture to have a little something for everybody, and hopefully have everybody meet right here. Mm-hmm.
And they didn't make it preachy.
Yes,
exactly.
That's what I mean. So I really like how long they stayed there. It didn't feel preachy at any point to me. Some people it may have on the internet, obviously.
I love
the people who don't like hearing it at all.
Yeah. I love the fact that even though like Isaiah Bradley brought in a whole new perspective when it came to the shield and the whole Captain America mantle in general, to a point where you're like, okay, he's right. I guess that's just where we're going.
The show did a really, really, that's the thing. The show did a really good job. Oh, go on.
Oh, just add like, I like the fact he said that, but it also showed that just because he said that doesn't make him right. He's right, but at the same time, just
he's
like
not me.
He's not exactly. I like that whole like switchback. Like, yeah, he said that, and I could easily just not be the Captain America, whatever. But I'm going to. It's hard. but I'm going to, and I love that because it's so like he's right, but he's also wrong too.
Right.
Like if change needs to happen, it has to happen from somewhere.
Exactly.
Right. I love the show's handling of its themes, period. I like the subversion of the theme they gave us. Like we thought we were going to get like a straight up buddy comedy. It suddenly evolved into a little bit more than that as the episodes went on. And I just love, I love how the show was put together. I love all the characters that I recognized and all the characters that I didn't. I like that they added like Battlestar. I didn't think they were going to see that character in action.
Left wing.
Never again. No.
Left wing.
Left wing.
He is not called Left Wing.
I mean, he got tore off like one.
Left wing and right wing.
So yeah, I really, really, really thought the show was well done. I like the showrunner's pace with it, and I just thought it was super well done.
There was great character chemistry too.
Yes, like the character chemistry, it was first and foremost over everything, and I really enjoyed that as well. Having gone around with just that, now we can get into things that we liked
or didn't like.
or liked or didn't like. I guess we can kind of match those.
Oh
together.
yeah.
This time around, I guess I'll go first, and then we'll make our way around. As far as what I really liked about the show, a lot of the talking were my favorite parts of it. The slowing down, like there was an episode, I think, it was episode 5, where they had their big battle, which was also cool against John Walker, getting the shield from him. Really, the battle took a lot from everybody, and I thought that was cool. But my favorite part of the episode was the slowdown, the talk between Bucky and Sam about the responsibility of the shield, where we finally understand where Sam is coming from. Or at least some of it's been made clear where Sam is coming from. I really love the show's attention to how big mantles really are, and and they made this character earn it, and I really, really thought the show did that super well. Like I said, the talking, Sam's speech, all the talking were among my favorite parts of the show. When it comes to something that I didn't like as much, I would really say the fighting. I mean, the fighting was fine. The fighting was cool. It was really well done.
Yeah.
But it is literally not my favorite part. I like when they're talking more than
the action
at all. Because Clarence alluded to this, is that the show doesn't really, or what's that you, about the show not really having villains.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah, the show doesn't, you two look alike.
This is a drip.
The show
I have
doesn't.
my glasses off.
And I have a purple shirt on.
Okay. So,
The man is colorblind
I don't listen.
and a little dumb.
I don't see color, right? But no, look.
What's color with you people?
Like I said, the action, my least favorite part of it. Not to say it's not good. It's just that it was my least favorite part, and I just liked everyone's character growth in the show. I thought it was handled really, really well. What about you?
I liked the creative use of the Falcon's gear. I liked how they showed how tactical he was, and whenever before all this happened, when you heard the Falcon, he's just a guy with a jetpack
And guns.
And
guns.
hey, wings.
Yeah, and wings. And if you come from the comic books, he has like an actual bird. Like, come on now, that's not the move. And in this, the tactical usage of it, the ingenuity on the fly, how confident the character was when he was in combat, I really did enjoy that. And I said, to me, everything has really been touched on. But the one thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way that I forgot about, it was the obvious power broker move. That
the internet peeped that like
Oh yeah.
the second we saw her, we're like, power broker?
Because there's no reason for her to be there otherwise, It's just like, why are you here? Like, and then she keeps showing up. She wasn't like a one-off character. She just kept like, oh, something's gonna happen. Like whether because they're like, okay, obviously they can't leave us hanging with the power broker. I mean, they could, but it doesn't seem like that's what they were going. And yeah, there she was.
Zemo. I really liked Baron Zemo in this. He was
fantastic.
really charming.
He
I
was
liked him,
fucking
but I want him
fantastic.
to use the mask more.
He did his little parkour.
No, I mean the mask.
No, I'm saying he did
yeah.
when he put his mask on. He did his little parkour.
Yeah,
I
so they
wanted
wouldn't
that
be.
mask. That mask was so fucking dope. I wanted to see more of it.
Me too. And I'm like, he had it on, and then he turned like, okay. I was like, do it again.
When he grabbed it out of that car, I fucking yelped.
I love this outfit. When he got his Baron outfit on, when he got the Baron drip, I really love how accurate his character costume is in the show. I liked it.
I hated how much I kind of agree with him. And
I mean,
he like
he's got
y'all came and fucked up my town and then walked away. What the fuck you expect me to do?
exactly, yeah, and like how he feels about like the whole power thing. Like when it comes to like, yeah, Captain America is the exception, not the norm. Like it's everyone who seems to touch this power like just gets corrupted in some sort of way. And it showed with Carly. That's her name.
Yeah,
it's Carly.
Carly and Carter. You know, it just doesn't have a really good track record. And I was happy that the series wasn't going towards like Falcon getting the serum. Like, I was afraid of that because I feel like, oh, maybe he's gonna do it out of a whim to be better. And then he's just gonna have super, he's gonna have super strength or whatever just because, and then he'll just be that, and that way. Oh, no, see, he's kind of like Captain America because he has a super soldier. It's like, no, that's the super soldier serum. Like, no, that's not the point.
Yeah,
that is a tongue twister.
It is super soldier. But I like what I liked. I really liked. It was like it kind of like it's a double-edged sword. I liked and disliked. I loved how much art. What was the saying? Art precedes reality or something like that,
or imitates.
Yeah,
art imitates life with the controversy around this and how much what Isaiah Bradley said just spoke through Twitter and Instagram and all these people was coming out, and I just love that. I love that. Just people just really these people were out here. This is why we're making movies like this or in shows and films and all this other shit, because this shit is still happening and it's prevalent. And it's terrible.
Where are these people's complaints when we see another slave movie?
It's who directed? Wow. Look at how
Oscar nominations.
Look at how many times that black woman got raped in front of her kid. Oh,
beautiful. But then when you talk about we don't want it, they really did that to us, and this stuff is still alive. Oh no, it's not. Stop crying about it.
See, slavery is done, so racism is over, so it's fine.
Clearly, I mean, Obama was president.
You guys won.
You won,
and now racism is doubly over because Joe Biden's president. So obviously,
he came back with he caught it off the rim, slam dunked it.
Damn right.
They in the oop.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's what I'm kind of taking from this. Like, I mean, I like it and I dislike it because it just shows how like toxic and terrible people are. And I know what they are, and I can use my imagination, but just to see it in action is incredible. Is incredible.
Yeah.
And to see how blind people are to messages that are being literally just, it's like the Falcon and Winter Soldier's writing isn't like brain science.
Right.
It's plain enough. Still elegant, but still plain enough for you to just get the point. And a lot of people just decide to just make up their own, and it's fucking stupid. Like, and it's not about you. It's just, and why can't you see that and be fine with it? Like, no, it's political, therefore it's bad. I hate that shit.
Right.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, everything you guys said rings true. The character development was probably one of the thing that I liked the most. Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel character. I just love the design ever since I've seen him. The fucking sleeper agent, metal arm, fucking badass. All he does is just snap necks. So I've always loved Winter Soldier, and the way that they evolved this character and fleshed him out more as this broken guy that all he just wants is redemption. He basically just wants to put everything behind him and just live a normal life, but he really can't.
No,
there's always a fight.
Yeah, and it was cool how they did it, and how they approached it, how they kind of fleshed out his relationship with Sam, with his sister.
That boy wants some chocolate.
He wants something.
Hey, don't talk to my.
I was rooting for the bartender, bro. The bartender was cute as hell.
She was.
I was rooting for that bartender.
She was willing, but he was having too many flashbacks.
So, Zemo was fucking fantastic. Everything, the way that they just developed the story and the character growth. Like, I know it was a big deal. It wasn't a big deal, but a lot of people kind of really enjoyed when he got his arm taken apart, and I liked it for a different reason because it showed that he still couldn't trust. Like, and I understand, like, they would have a failsafe, obviously. Why wouldn't you have a failsafe against a fucking super assassin?
Right.
But the way that he did the face, like, when they took it off, like, it was just like his world was, like, crushed. Like, I trusted you guys, and you guys still kept shit from me.
Yeah.
And another in the long list of just betrayals that he has felt throughout his life. So I really enjoyed how they did that. The
Dora Milaje were so great.
the fucking that fight scene was fantastic. The way that they approached John Walker, I really liked it because everybody hated him. But at the end of the day, like, the guy was just doing his job.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, his job is to be a soldier. So when they assign him a post, he's got no choice but to be that guy and to finish the job.
Right.
He didn't have to kill anyone.
It's one of those
It's a
things
fucking soldier.
like people just really just you got like you got two camps when it comes to John Walker. You got the people who like, he's not Captain America, I hate him, or the people like, man, I love John Walker, he's great, he you see what he did.
There are certain
I would have done
people
it.
that like him though.
Yeah. But I think towards the end, when you see, like, oh, at the end of the day, he is
He's a guy.
He is what he
good
was made to
person.
be.
Like,
Yeah, he's just trying his
he was
best.
created to be a weapon by the U.S. government, but at the end of the day, he is a person, and he still will do the right thing when it comes down to it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, he's
not
not a
evil.
villain. He's never been like. So I did enjoy all the hate rage that we got.
Oh, yeah.
We all did.
It was fantastic.
It was
we
fun.
had a
Yeah.
bunch of hate boners for John Walker when he came in, but at the end
I
of the
like seeing
day,
the passion.
man, the guy is still a hero. Like he will do the right thing more times than he'll do the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool to hate him, but we have to remember he was never going to be the show's antagonist. Like, he's not. So people really caught to that idea, a lot earlier on in the show.
Yeah.
He's like a classic victim of just the whole army system in
Yeah, the
general.
military-industrial
military
complex.
exactly.
They went in, they sped him out. He's what they made him, and that's all he
They
can.
used him up, and then
That was so bogus that they took his benefits away and everything.
Man.
like that's petty as fuck.
They made
But
that man completely homeless.
But that shit happened so
That's real.
all
That's
the time,
real.
which for no it's fucking dumb.
And that's why I think I like that they kind of won about all these different stories, and they showed you just the progression of all of them, of both all three main characters. I mean, I wouldn't call him a main character, but at the same time, I kind of would, because they did
Yeah.
focus a lot on his personal life and his
Right.
character growth.
Like it's to me, there's like four stories happening. There is the John Walker story, there is the Sam story, even Bucky's story, and then there's Carly's story.
Yeah.
And everyone is they're all just colliding with each other and stuff, and people trying to paint people being evil or being not evil, when it shows you, like, Falcon and Winter Soldier really showed you, like, it's not black and white. It's there is so much gray and so much shit happening that there are no good guys and bad guys. There's not gonna always be a Thanos. There's not gonna always be
But I
a
mean, Thanos
Loki.
wasn't bad. Thanos was right. I don't like half of you motherfuckers anyway.
Look, Thanos was okay.
Thanos was right.
Thanos was not right.
Thanos
How was he
was
not
right.
right when one of the issues that people were talking about, well, all these people came back and we can't provide for them. If
They didn't come back.
you wouldn't have
Hey,
a problem.
Yeah, but if they didn't disappear in the first place, there
Then
wouldn't
those
be that
homeless people
problem.
would still be homeless.
How do you know?
What do you mean? How do I know? They took
No,
over
they
the
like
house.
a lot of people were just displaced because they were gone to begin with.
Yeah.
But then they took over the house of the people that were gone.
Yeah, if they were gone in the first place, that shit wouldn't have
See,
happened.
that's the thing. Another
He was right.
another thing the show did really well.
Thanos for 2024.
Stop.
That's one thing the show did really well, is handling those themes, and even still falling out from the in-game event as well. The show's handling of themes was another thing that I really appreciated, and I like the arcs that a lot of the characters went on. My favorite being Sam's and his relationship to Isaiah Bradley. Each time he got sat down in front of Isaiah Bradley and had to listen to what that man had to say, like, those were the heaviest moments of the episode.
Fuck yeah.
And I really like how the show made us sit with it and think, because when I came away from the first conversation about how they'll never let a black man be Captain America, I was like, and no self-respecting black man would.
Oh yeah, that.
And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, like oh shit, I mean, he's kind of got,
That's right.
he's kind of got a
At a
point.
point, why would
Damn.
But then the show again in the next episode does this thing where we finally, or a lot of people finally catch up and see that Sam has been carrying his decision of what he's going to do, like trying to weigh everything that he's learned from Isaiah Bradley and the things that he thought he was standing for when he went for this in the first place, and what it meant when Steve gave it to him. Like the show handled that really, really well, and his speech as Captain America, both of them with Isaiah and in front of the GCU or whatever. I thought those were really, 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 really well done. I loved all those, and the Isaiah Bradley exhibit thing, like I had a tear. All right, I thought it was really, really well done, and I even like the subtle moment when it's just him and Bucky looking out onto the water, like. Times are changing a little bit, you know. I like the show's handling of themes. I thought they did it really, really well, so well that I think of like I said, the moments where they're talking to each other more than I think of the set pieces that take place. Even though Sam's introduction as Captain America, just chef's kiss, fucking amazing. The suit looked great. He looks great in it. Man, a lot of good stuff.
One of my favorite parts was the Bucky breakdown when they were having to fight in front of the therapist.
Yeah,
it really hit close at home. Everything that's like going through his head, even prior to knowing Sam's like resolve and his own internal struggle. The way that Bucky was like, "Listen, he gave it to you because he fucking trusted you because he knew you were the only person that could do it." And if he was wrong about you, then what the fuck does that say about me?
Yeah.
That breakdown of that character was great to me.
Yeah, that subtle tremble in his voice when he said that line. I was like, yeah. And then the crying scene, like when they were telling him that he's free, man. Just good stuff. Like real good stuff.
I honestly, one thing I didn't like, and like I kind of wish they didn't do it. I don't like the whole killing off villains thing. That's not my favorite thing. Even if it's not really a character, like Carly, I don't think she's an actual character in the comic books. At least
Flag Smashers are,
the Flag Smashers,
not Carly.
but not
yeah.
okay.
The Flag Smasher is a person.
Yeah,
not
I'm pretty sure it was like
I think.
I'm pretty sure it was like a bigoted racist group as well, as opposed to this.
Let me be a devil's advocate for why they had to go. They can't freely give away the super soldier serum.
Okay. Like I'm not saying there isn't a good valid reason. I just every time that happens, it makes it feel like the world is a little smaller again.
I see
like
what you mean.
Like you add these characters, and this is comic books. I mean, I know it's not the same, but it's still comic book universe, and it's fun to know that there's different characters running around.
And I would like to see some interactions of these villains with other characters.
Yeah, in the future and
exactly.
everything.
Like the Bartok, the leaping Bartok, the leaper. When he came back, I was like, oh, I would love for this to be just a reoccurring just character at the beginning. Captain America is always foiling his plot, or Black Widow is always foiling his plot. Like he's just a very minor character that just appears constantly throughout the world that ties everything in together, and he's just kind of like in the background.
Right, and that's money in GSP's pocket. I think that would be great.
And while I think the way that they evolved his character and came to the end that it came to was cool, and it made sense for the story, but there may be hope that he may not be actually dead because he only got shot once.
Right.
True.
Their introduction of Madame Hydra, that was really nice, and I do enjoy the fact that they didn't instantly say that this is Madame Hydra.
Wait, Madame Hydra.
Elaine
Bennis.
Elaine Bennis is Madame Hydra.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, and she's Jewish. Isn't that weird?
Well, never mind. Go on.
Nice.
Isn't that weird?
That is a good one too.
Yeah.
But the fact that they didn't just flat out say this is Madame Hydra, they went by her actual name. I like that. I really like how she came in with that. How else would she have all this information?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, everything that they set up for the power broker just being a now constant thing in the background. I did not know much about Power Broker, so when you guys said that she came back and you automatically knew kind of who she was, the moment I looked up Power Broker was a man.
Yeah,
blah,
with
blah,
the
blah. They just had a couple guys. Yeah, they this gigantic robot. So I just kept seeing like, oh, eventually there's gonna be this mech that comes up.
Yeah, I thought the Power Broker was like multiple people.
Yeah, it's like a company.
Yeah.
Not just One person.
It's kind of like it's just like a
Well, everywhere I looked them up, they kept showing. They showed multiple like versions of it, but it was always one man, and they didn't kind of. I don't know. I guess where I looked at it, and it
I
didn't
was
say it was
expecting to see
just.
just like I wanted an elaborate network of people.
One thing's for sure is that it was never Sharon Carter, and eventually I did feel some type of way when I was like, oh, I thought Sharon is a good guy, Agent 13, but then it's like,
Who cares?
I know exactly. That's the long story
all
short.
from what I know of Sharon Carter, the biggest thing that I know that she's done is kill Captain America on the steps of like the White House or something like that.
Yeah, fucking shot him in the.
Yeah, shot him like 3 times or something like that. Like, and she's like, oh my god.
She ran up on him like, you ever seen John Leguizamo in Carlito's Way? He just walked. She just ran up. Yeah.
What did I do?
So, her biggest potential really was being Steve's aging girlfriend,
Ew.
and she has a spy group of really awesome badass ladies, and Tasani Coates run on Captain America. But that's like the peak of her potential. So I'm not too mad about this change. It's just that
Sky's the limit.
I do feel like Sharon was a good guy. So I still feel some kind of way about that, but I'm also just as eager to see what they do with their next.
I was gonna say. For all we know, she could be double agent anyway.
Like, I'm happy.
True.
To me, this adds a layer to her character.
Oh,
than
yeah,
just
yeah.
her being good, good guy spy girl. Like,
Yeah.
she's like,
Yeah.
okay, she's feeling. Of course, she would do this. She's feeling kind of way. She literally was like kept out of the negotiations
Right.
when it came to making her come back to her country. So yeah. Cool,
Yeah, kinda
some
left her out in the
consequence.
cold.
Yeah, left her like I thought like, wait a second. I kind of thought obviously she would be pardoned and shit, right? Like,
Right, yeah, immediately.
obviously,
Like,
but they just let it's like
He forgot all about her.
they forgot. Fuck
He
her.
was just like, "Who's that blonde bitch?" Huh?
like, I don't know who she is, but she's not coming back to America.
Carter who?
You know what part boiled my blood?
What?
When Falcon was playing the part of the villain when they went to try and get the super soldier serum.
Oh, yeah.
formula.
Oh, the tiger
And,
thing?
yeah, his sister called him. He dropping all those clues like, not now. Don't just call back later. Dropping all those little clues, and she was like, whatever. Bye, brother. I was like,
You don't have a brother. Get him. Kill him now.
answer the phone on speaker.
I was like,
Yeah, that's one of the few things that I kind of disliked about the show, and it was a super minor thing. Just some of the lines that, what's his name?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie kind of like delivered. Every once in a while, I felt like they were either over delivered or a little bit undertoned, or it was a couple things that he like delivered that I was just like, I don't know.
Anthony
I don't
Mackie
know.
has always been like he has
Hit or
this,
miss for me, but
Yeah.
most of the time, I mean, he played the character great. There was just a handful of times where I was just like,
Give it a spotlight example right quick.
I can't think one off the top of my head. I just remember having that feeling whenever a line would be delivered, and I would feel it was just over the top, a little too cheesy.
certainly for me, it would have to be the big three conversation about the wizards,
like-
androids, and so.
that honestly
Oh,
that, that,
yeah,
episode,
yeah, yeah.
that episode in general, and I know it. Don't get me wrong.
That's the same as a bank episode, right?
Yes.
I think so. I think it's the same bank episode.
Although I
yeah.
did like that.
That was the second episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Like a lot of the lines were pretty funny. Don't get me wrong, but some of them were kind of like they were kind of cheese.
Yeah.
it was like pretty hard forced cheese. I'm like, oh, like yeah, just like that from the commercial. At least they kept it in. But some of the other stuff, like some of the Anthony like him messing with Bucky, like he kind of like forcing it. Like Bucky doesn't really like. he's not like that fond of you. Like you're tolerable.
Yeah, like you guys are you're in the phone.
You're on
like,
the phone.
for sure.
Yeah.
You guys are on the same team, but like you guys aren't that close friends. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
The only thing for me that I felt like yeah, I thought the buddy comedy stuff it was touch and go, and I'm kind of glad that they moved away from it the more they get into the episodes.
Yeah, they didn't like go straight for it 95% of the time.
Right.
There was no need for the passive aggression to persist after maybe like the first 3 episodes.
Right.
yeah.
And the thing that kind of like for me that I was like, oh, I'm glad they don't do this too much is the therapy like sequences like with his therapist. So I was like, okay, 2 of those at max, good. That's enough for me.
Yeah, they did just enough of those.
And I appreciate it.
Because even during the first one, I was getting a little
I was like,
rolly towards the end. It felt like it dragged a little bit, too long.
Kind of took me out the second time they did it, like right after we had this scene with the first time we met Isaiah Bradley, and then the fucking Baltimore PD, the most racist police department in America, allegedly
Hey,
showing
superhero, what are you doing over here?
He bothering
Get
you?
out of
Like,
here!
like hand.
Yeah, like
Who are you?
yeah, and then it caught me.
White man, why are you here? Do you need help?
Do you need help, sir?
White man, is he following you? Do you need some help? Yeah,
bro, that's the Falcon. What? That's the Falcon.
I'm
Chill,
sorry.
bro. Chill.
I'm sorry. If I known, I wouldn't have done it to you. But if I didn't, I mean, if you weren't the Falcon, man,
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were Don Cheeto.
that's War Machine. They should have did that shit.
He said, "Oh, that's the other." Oh, okay, right. But yeah,
If you were that kid on that porch, this would be a different story.
right.
Oh my
man.
God.
So I don't know. I really appreciated a lot of what the show had to do. I do feel a bit of the internet's confusion if you're not like if this is how you're seeing all these characters for the first time. The turn for John Walker may seem slightly abrupt to some people, almost to the point where it kind of seemed like him and Bucky were doing some banter in the last episode. Yeah, I know. At the end of the day, the guy made the right choice. He's saving lives. But I can see if you're on the outside looking in, you're like, wait. Didn't that feel kind of sudden? You know?
I kind of agree a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like it's not my
when-
hugest gripe, but it is.
yeah, like when he like that whole the end part of that episode where like they were talking about teaming up, and then Anthony like when I ain't teaming with you
Right.
fuckers, and then he kind of gave him that like psychotic, like he started to start showing his psychotic side, like, well, you better stay out of our way, and like okay, okay, and then like
And then obviously,
yeah, like I kind of wished maybe they could have put a little bit more hints of his PTSD, just a little bit, like it was there, because most of what I got before that moment was the fact that he was just nervous about being Captain America, that he wanted to fill these shoes and he wanted to be the right person for it, but he just wasn't sure if he was or not.
Yeah, they did switch back and forth on him quite a bit, like giving him, he went from the nervous kid and you kind of feel bad for him to now he's Captain America and all the emotions going through, to psychotic, back to being like the family guy with his wife, to being this asshole, blah blah blah. They kind of jump back and forth with him a lot. And I feel it would have been better had more exploration of his character been, if he would have just had a little bit more time to kind of like flesh that out. And instead, we are focusing on 4 different stories, and obviously the titular character stories trump everything else. So you kind of got to work through them a little bit. Right. But I didn't think them working together towards the end was abrupt or sudden, because you kind of saw the change happen when he got kicked out of the military, and him and his wife, he's sitting there not with nothing to do, and they get saved by Madam Hydra. And it kind of, he was, from his perspective, I can see a change of like, I don't have to follow the protocols. I don't have to be this ultimate weapon. I can try to be more like these guys. And I don't know, I kind of like the way they did that towards the end, but I do say it was really jarring when they just kept switching back and forth.
Yeah,
I think at the end it was more like a more of a surreal turn, because like we already discussed, he was a soldier that was kind of shunned away from what he was made to be, and he essentially turned to privatized military.
Yeah, it happens a lot. So
also, this is just not even a gripe about the show. It's great about how Marvel keeps setting up their episodes. Would you please, if you're going to have a after credit scene, would you please put it at the very front before the main credits? Because I keep missing them. Like, I missed them.
That's your fault, because you should be watching all the way towards the end.
I don't need to watch all those goddamn credits.
That's what
Just fast
they did
forward.
it for.
Just fast forward.
No.
You're at
fast
home.
forward.
I did, and I thought, like, I swear I keep fast forwarding each episode, and I'm not sure if I'm going
That was
way
an
too.
alley-oop to give you an excuse to say Disney Plus is a shit streaming app, though.
And the fast forwarding is terrible.
it really is.
That was the alley-oop.
Okay,
I gave
yeah.
you an out.
So, yeah,
I gave you
it's-
an out.
It's
Fast
absolutely
forward is
terrible.
bad, and so I guess it's just fast forward right
But he's right though. They could have put it. I mean, they're so short. The post credit scenes are so short that if you fast forward too fast,
Less
shit
than 10
happen, it'll
seconds.
just
Like,
miss it.
I missed the one in WandaVision. I had to find it on YouTube. The because I wasn't gonna go fast forward. I don't give a fuck. It was the one about what's her face finding the cellar. What have you? I missed that, and then I missed the one with fucking John Walker making his fucking shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
That fucking Fisher Price shield wasn't worth it anyway.
Oh, I love. Oh
It
man,
was adorable.
fucking when he fucking throws it first time. Oh, I thought that was gonna bounce.
Nah.
And they did the fucking meme like this.
Hey, but nobody gives him credit. He fucking designed a pretty good looking shield.
Really
in a
fast.
goddamn barn.
Yeah, in like
A night.
a day and a half.
Yeah, that motherfucker's got skill with them soldering irons.
Right? He's got a medal for craftsmanship.
That's,
Speaking of medals for craftsmanship, I think that what wraps up our. Before if we're gonna wrap it up, what would you guys rate it overall?
oh,
I will start.
okay.
Go ahead.
I will give it
Don't say
five Captain America shields.
I knew it. I knew. I fucking.
What-
Out of what?
Out of 5.
Okay.
What do you want out of 5s?
Yeah, I give. Yeah, well, that's just my rating.
Yeah,
you can do it if you
yeah.
want. I just want to be extra.
I just want to have a consensus here.
It doesn't
well,
matter.
I'm doing Captain America shields.
Okay.
You could do Bucky arms. You can do.
I was. Get out my head, Charles.
I know. Do it like.
I give it 4.5 Red Wings.
Nice.
I do like this because it reminds me of X-Play when they used to do that shit.
I just got to be more drunk and balding.
I got it. I'll give it a 4 bald black women out of 5.
I
will kiss
No,
those
that's-
chocolate milk duds.
I give it.
God damn, I would.
I give it 4 decapitations out of 5.
Dark one.
Yeah.
Okay, get the picture.
The rolling heads.
Oh my god! What you're looking at?
What
When she looking? Suck it harder!
The memes were great. The memes are great.
Oh my god! They're great.
The memes are the lifeblood of my Instagram page. I just posted up.
Those memes.
But yeah, we have been the Thirsty Nerds podcast. I am King, also known as Chris.
Whoa. You just,
I'm having a
Hydo
stroke.
just threw you off, huh?
Contagious.
Just reversing it? Just now that's what you're going to do? All right, cool.
You can follow me at King K Thirsty. All right, I'm done.
I'm Clarence. You can follow me on Twitter at Stooge Prime.
He's not Clarence. He's Stooge Prime.
I'm Stooge Prime.
He's Stooge Prime.
And you can follow me at just_Uno on Instagram and just1_beats on Twitter.
And you can follow me at Art of Sumo on Instagram and Twitter.
I gotta change my handles to match. I gotta pick one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other, man. Like it's just a lot easier that
I'm
way.
getting tired.
I promise you.
I'm getting tired.
You can.
I will.
Oh, sorry.
I will shit on you. All right, in the comments. Okay, or I might just ignore you.
Or on your chest.
Whichever one you want. I can do both.
Fiverr.
I just never mind.
Make sure you like us, subscribe. Make sure you leave us a review, and so we can read it whenever you get when we ever get a chance. And also make sure you follow us at Thirsty Nerds on Twitter, Instagram, and you can find us on YouTube at Thirsty Nerds. All right,
All right, that's been it.
all right. See ya. Fuck you, nerds. Oh, oops.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
We want them
What
to
is-
come back to us. What's
What
with the abuse?
what is wrong with you today?
Calm down,
I'm
Amber.
just mad.
Man,
I just want to hurt.